It's time now to take a look at stories making headlines on the front page of Nigerian newspapers, and I begin with the Nation newspaper. The major story here says U.S. others offer to assist in combating kidnapping. And the rider here, federal government reviewing proposals. We won't pay ransom. There are state-managed abductions in Abuja. Those are some of the stories you find there. Another story here, Miyetti Allah leader charged with leading illegal militia group. You find that on page 3 of the Nation newspaper. 10 states paying wage award to workers. Ogun gives students pupils 50,000 naira, 10,000 naira. And just a list of some of the states paying these wage awards: Ondo 35,000 naira, Lagos 35,000 naira, Oyo 25,000 naira, Enugu 25,000 naira, Ekiti is paying 15,000 naira, Osun is paying 15,000 naira, Jigawa is paying 10,000 naira, Ogun is also paying 10,000 naira, Ebonyi 10,000 naira, Adamawa is also paying 10,000 naira. Those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the Nation newspaper. We move to the blueprint now. Kaduna, Borno, Sakwato attacks, Tinubu rules out ransom, orders rescue of captives. Federal government reviewing offer for help from U.S. others. Idris is saying analysts differ on Gumi's dialogue option. Nigeria opens land air borders with Niger Republic, lifts financial economic sanctions against Guinea. Now, at the downstream, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire for others oppose Nigeria's bid to host Africa Energy Bank. Some stories you find on the front page of the blueprint. To the Daily Independent now, don't pay ransom to free Kaduna 280 abductees, Tinubu is saying. Tasks security operatives to bring them back home safely, swears in 17 MPC commissioners. Ondo Guba Akeredolu didn't anoint Ayedatiwa as successor, ex-governor's spokesman is saying. And Niger governor okays 20,000 naira wage award for civil servants. 3.7 trillion naira budget padding claim. Bauchi governor back suspended Ningi, vows to probe allegation. And budget confirms Abdul Ningi's assertion suspension hasn't addressed vital questions. Obi is saying, Sislak says suspension attack on freedom of expression. And those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the Daily Independent. To the Daily Times now, kidnapped school pupils. We won't pay ransom to bandits, Tinubu vows. High cost of aviation fuel hampering counter-terrorism operations, Air Chief. And the picture there, victims count their losses after several shops offices were raised by hoodlums in Wuse Market in Abuja over death of alleged criminal suspect on Tuesday. A really sad one. Now, at the downstream, federal government slams terrorism charge against Miyetti Allah's president, Budejo. Sun approves 80 standards for CNG vehicles. Those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the Daily Times. Ibrahim.
Yes, the first with me. Here is the first news. 3.7 trillion naira budget pardon controversy. Step aside now, PDP tells Akpabio. Demands independent probe of Ningi's allegation. Challenges Senate President to report self to EFCC. Come clean on looted 108 billion naira, 86 billion naira Akwa Ibom NDDC funds. Tinubu orders reopening of land air borders with Niger Republic. 500 million naira largesse. I received 266 million naira. Senator Abaribe confesses. School abduction. No dime will be paid as ransom, says Tinubu. Finally, federal government files terrorism charges against Miyetti Allah president. Police recover slain Rivers DPO's skull from cultist hideouts. JAMB warns parents against enrollment of minors. Fresh twist to budget pardon controversy as budget confirms Ningi's 3.7 trillion naira allegation. 3.7 trillion naira budget pardon controversy. I stand with Ningi, says Bauchi governor. Better Edu, reps urge to hasten investigation. This Nigeria is next. No payment of ransom to kidnappers. Tinubu directs security agencies. Ningi, Southern senators move to check alleged excesses of northern colleagues. Revive Forum. We are for unity of all parts of the country, not just South, says Abiru. Bauchi Governor Mohammed Bag suspended Senator. Nigeria lifts all sanctions against Niger. Opens land, air borders. Suspend financial economic sanctions against Guinea. Don't Japa. Cross River begs graduating nurses. And on the ear of the newspaper, Wike promises improved security, more infrastructure for FCT residents. Next is Salient Times. National Assembly inserted 7,447 projects worth 2 trillion naira in 2024 budget. That's according to budget. Most of the projects have no constitutional significance, but narrowed to personal interest. 3.32 trillion naira allocation earmarked for GOEs, National Assembly, NJC, PCC, etc. excluded from the budget passed and published. House Senators share zonal intervention project funds. Abaribe. The Kaduna kidnap, no ransom should be paid to criminal elements. Tinubu. 17-year-old boy commits suicide in Lagos. Woman accused of drowning baby and sending photo to her boyfriend to prove his top priority. Hardship. Federal government begins distribution of 42,000 metric tons of grains in Northwest. And also, reps probe manufacturers over arbitrary increase in cement prices. Federal government, we are still working on student loan policy, no specific launch date. House help kills employer 7 days after resuming work. Hisbah warns non-Muslims in Kano against eating in public during Ramadan fasting. And then Nigeria opens land air borders with Niger Republic. Next is New Telegraph. Tinubu orders opening of land air borders with Niger. Says kidnapped victims won't be ransomed. Lift others' sanctions in compliance with ECOWAS decisions. Lagos PDP disowns Jandor, asks him to apologize to leaders. Jandor lacks power to expel Bode George, party chieftain. And reps to probe arbitrary increase in price of cement. And on the bottom strip, study links to more hours of daily screen time to lower well-being. Also, CBN seeks banks' adherence to new deposit facility circulars. Student loan launch postponed for few weeks. Federal government. Insecurity. Zamfara government signs executive order on tinted glasses. Others. That's about it for the New Telegraph. Next is Nigerian News Direct. Student loan scheme suspension temporary to enable less privileged benefits. Presidency. Alleged budget padding. Bola Ahmed, PDP call for independent investigation, condemned suspension of Ningi. Ogun commences payment of 10,000 naira cash reward to 100,000 indigent students. And above the masthead, CBN rakes in 161.5 billion naira profit from auction of T-bills. FCCPC accuses Mikano of obstructing investigation. And then last, Lagos State government seeks to secure 30% of Africa's gaming market share. Next is the Guardian newspaper. Poor World Kidney Day. Poor lifestyle. Cost of care expose 27 million to renal ailments. Death. Super Eagles manager between unsung local coaches and overrated expatriates. Salt intake by Nigerians thrice higher than standard, NHED warns. Student loan scheme stalls as federal government adjusts policy. Tinubu reads riot act on ransom payment, stirs security agencies. Obi tackles Senate as PDP, Bauchi back Ningi over budget padding claim. And Biden, Trump set for U.S. election rematch after clinching party nominations. Concerns as continuous drop in oil production threatens 2024 budget. Last but not least is Business Day newspaper. Food processors invest 23.8 billion naira to cut import bill. Fintechs review rates on jumbo MPR hikes. And Go On student loan scheme holds lessons for Tinubu. That's about